You tell me when.
And action.
Faded. Exterior Dolphin Harbor apartment complex, night. Pushing in slowly from a great distance, we approach the lit-up courtyard of a Marina del Rey complex. It was upscale when it was built in the 1960s, but is now showing some signs of age. Down below, we see a massive glowing turquoise jacuzzi that can comfortably seat 20 people. The jets are bubbling like crazy, vapors of steam rising up. 2 ducks enter the Olympic-sized pool and swim across.
People say that when you're not looking for love, that's when it will happen. People have been telling me that since I was 15. I've been not looking for it for 20 years. I should have had 2 husbands by now.
Interior Tristan's condo flashback. Tristan Adams, 30s, wears tight-fitting workout gear as she does sit-ups. She finishes the set and goes over to the wall where a board tracking her progress is. She marks off the number 500. She makes her way over to the kitchen, opens the fridge. The only thing in there is a can of muscle-building powder and a carton of orange juice. She mixes the powder into a glass of OJ and drinks it down. Exterior, Tristan's condo flashback. Tristan, now dressed for work in a black Ann Taylor power suit and pearls, walks briskly to her car. Exterior, Dolphin Harbor tracking at night. Still pushing in on the apartment complex. We can just start to make out a lone woman in one of the lit-up windows, looking out. From this distance, she appears to be wearing an oversized turtleneck.
When I moved into this complex, I got an extra parking space because I was sure I would have a boyfriend at some point. Space is still empty.
Interior, Tristan's car flashback. Tristan peels out of the driveway in her 2010 Saab convertible and is surprised to see a woman holding her hand up for her to stop. Tristan looks closer and notices the woman's little girl is standing nearby. The girl points to something in the road.
Look at the ducks, Mommy.
Tristan finally sees off to the side of the driveway, a mama duck and her offspring following closely behind. Tristan taps on her horn and the ducks scramble out of the way as she drives past. Interior, ESPN corporate offices flashback. Tristan finishes packing up her proposal in her bullpen cubicle. Lex, her effeminate corporate sales assistant, pops his head in.
Tristan.
Around Tristan's cubicle, we see chocolates and trophies. Best salesman, salesman of the year, salesman of the month.
Meeting starts in 5, but a little heads up, the guys want you to slow it down. Make them look bad.
Yeah, tell the guys if we could all double our prices, we could sell half this much and then we could all slow down.
How did you become so driven?
I was a poor black child. I'll be back at 11.
What about the staff meeting? You realize he's not going to be happy.
He will be, once I sign the Victoria's Secret contract.
Interior hallway moments later. As Tristan is waiting for the elevator, 2 workers hang a big photo of Dinah Mitchell, a cheerful corporate lifer in her 50s. Dinah stands proudly by, watching them adjust it. The photo commemorates Dinah's silver anniversary with the company. Tristan looks on envious.
Hey, Tristan. Someday, I know this will be you.
Congratulations.
The elevator opens and Tristan starts to get in as Eli, her out-of-shape 45-year-old boss, comes jogging toward the elevator wearing a tailored Italian suit.
Tristan, we have a meeting.
Tristan pretends she can't hear and presses her phone to her ear as she gets in the elevator. The door closes before Eli can get there. Exterior Sepulveda Pass flashback. Lines of cars stretch as far as the eye can see. Tristan Saab swings into the middle lane, driving against traffic to make the light. Drivers in the opposite lane swerve and honk. Someone gives her the finger. Interior Saab safe. Tristan loads up on a Cliff Bar and sugar-free Red Bull as she looks over the traffic jam impatiently and talks on her headset.
Why aren't you in the sales meeting?
Because I'm about to close the biggest account you've had all year.
I can't make exceptions for you. Who?
Victoria's Secret.
How am I? Oh, I guess the guys will forgive you if you pull that one in.
Tristan hears the beep.
Hold on, that's them. Call you back.
Interior Hunter's house, same. Hunter, a flashy Beverly Hills art dealer, very Tommy Lee in his early 30s, has a cell pressed to his ear. A hot-looking blonde beside him snorting coke. Intercut telephone conversation.
Hey, baby.
There is a pause. Hunter snorts a line.
Hunter, are you there?
We need to break up.
Tristan straightens, almost laughs, tries to talk him off the ledge.
Have you talked to your sponsor about this? Are you high right now?
I'm serious this time. You're never going to want to have kids.
I told you, I need a little more time to cement my career.
I can't wait that long.
He blows a silent kiss to Blondie, who catches it. She laughs, revealing a tongue piercing.
Hunter, I've got a huge meeting in 20 minutes that I've got to get my head around. Let me just call you later. We can talk.
No more talking. I met someone else.
Tristan grips the wheel. Now he has her attention.
Who is she?
Someone who has time to have sex with me.
What's her name?
No one you know. I need you to be out by this weekend. I'll pay for the move.
Tristan is at a loss for words. Hunter snorts.
You'll see. Everything happens for a reason. You're just better off without me.
This isn't you talking.
You'll find the right person. I'll pray for you.
Pray for me? You're a fucking atheist.
She hangs up on him, sits there stunned, about to burst into tears, but then looks at her watch.
I don't have time for this bullshit.
She looks at the blocked traffic and makes a decision, swings the car onto the shoulder and floors it, flying past everyone to make the light. As she gets into the intersection, a cat runs out in front of her car. She slams on her brakes just in time, and the cat runs off. Tristan sighs, unnerved.
Oh, God.
But just then she hears a horn blare from the side and the horrible screeching of brakes. Tristan turns to see the front of a cement truck as it T-bones the side of her car. The airbags explode, her car spins a full 360, and then hits a telephone pole. We go into super slow motion as her face hits the side of the door, and we hear the loud cracking sound of her neck being jammed hard against the metal. The screen goes black. Cut to exterior roadside flashback. Tristan is lifted onto a gurney, her neck strapped down with firemen around her. Her face is bruised and swollen, her arm is in a sling. As the gurney reverses down, we're in interior operating room flashback. Tristan is put under for surgery. Exterior Dolphin Harbor tracking night. Still pushing in through the complex, getting closer. Now it's clear that the woman in the turtleneck is Tristan, only it's not a turtleneck she's wearing, but a hard plastic neck brace. A plaster arm cast rounds out her ensemble. Looking at her new self in the mirror, she stares at the cuts, bruises, and the unkept hair, feeling very alone. Interior hospital room flashback. Tristan sits upright, her motion restricted by the neck brace and arm cast she now wears. Dr. Krupp, mid-40s, stands by her bed.
We were able to replace the 3 discs with a titanium plate, and we put a pin in your arm at the break of the elbow. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do much for the next 6 months.
6 months? I can't be out of commission for that long. I'm going to be the next sales manager for ESPN. Put me on the fast track program.
You can't rush this, Tristan, or the damage could be permanent. You have to take it slow.
Tristan looks at him like she doesn't know the meaning of the word. The doctor gives her a sympathetic smile, then pulls up a stool.
Tristan, there's something else. I'm sorry to tell you this, but it was a very sudden impact. I couldn't save the baby. So sorry.
Tristan is speechless for a beat. Baby?
You didn't know?
No. I was told that I couldn't have children.
You can try again in a few months.
Tristan looks blankly out the window, tears welling in her eyes.
You're going to need a lot of support. Is there someone we can call?
My family's back east.
I'll give you the number for a disability nurse. The important thing right now is for you not to try to do this alone. You're going to have to ask other people for help.
I don't have other people.
Tristan tries not to cry, feeling her strength ebb away. Exterior hospital flashback. Tristan is pushed by wheelchair to an access transit van by a nurse.
Do you have access to a jacuzzi?
A jacuzzi?
There's a better success ratio with hydrotherapy. The water heals the scar tissue. I've seen it myself. You need to be in there at least 2 hours a day.
Outside of the curb, the Native American driver locks the wheelchair and leans in to pick Tristan up and lift her into the van. Tristan looks around, mortified that people might see her like this. Exterior Dolphin Harbor, jacuzzi area, day. Tristan, in her neck brace and arm cast, stands with Dino, the paunchy, greasy-looking building manager, who wears at least 3 gold chains at all times. He shows her the jacuzzi and pool area. Tristan keeps having to move away from him as he repeatedly invades her personal space.
What's the shortest lease I can sign?
6 months. But trust me, once you move in, you'll never want to leave. Back in '78 when I came here, I thought I'd be here for a year, tops.
6 months is fine.
We keep our water nice and hot at 102 degrees. The jacuzzi officially closes at 10, but I sometimes make exceptions for special friends. Nothing like a late night soak to take the edge off.
Tristan bends down awkwardly in her neck brace and casts and dips her left hand into the jacuzzi. She strains to look up at the complex.
I'll take it. Can I get an extra parking space?
Dino looks at her confused.
Don't you even want to see the apartment?
Interior, Tristan's apartment dusk. Every area of the modest apartment is piled high with unpacked moving boxes. Tristan attempts to put on a blue Hawaiian string bikini to offset her mood. She looks down at her shirt and awkwardly starts trying to unbutton it with her left hand. It's not easy. Finally, in exasperation, she just rips the shirt open, sending the buttons flying, sits down and puts her head in her one good hand. Exterior apartment complex, jacuzzi, night. A full moon. The silhouette of palm trees swaying in a gentle nighttime breeze. The jacuzzi is lit up in a turquoise glow. Tristan approaches the gate, wearing her neck brace and an iPod. She tests the water with her hand, then slowly and carefully gets in up to her neck. She props herself up gently and just sits there, trying to decompress. On the other end of the jacuzzi, a female hand puts down a blue plastic tumbler. Sherry, mid-30s, a former Budweiser girl, whose sheen is fading, gets in the jacuzzi with Tristan. She and Tristan are wearing the same swimsuit.
Nice suit. Ross,
Nordstrom.
They both smile. Sherry sips her cup.
I'm Sherry.
Tristan.
Tristan tries to turn her head, shakes her hand. Abita Sherry studies Tristan's neck brace.
You want to know what happened?
Well, if you don't mind talking about it.
It was my ex.
Oh my God, I hope he's in jail.
No, he dumped me during rush hour.
Ouch.
Tristan slides deeper into the tub.
You're the new girl in 33, right? I'm right down the hall in 36 if you ever need anything.
Thanks.
Uh-oh.
What?
Dino.
Dino approaches wearing only a tight Speedo, flip-flops, and a captain's hat.
He's a total pervert.
Yeah, I got that. Dino moves the timer, resets it with a sly smile.
Hello, ladies. Nice night.
He slides into the tub, his chest hair dancing in the froth of the bubbles. Disgusted, Tristan moves away from him. He pulls the handheld cigarette from behind his ear, smiles.
Sherry. Whoa. New bikini?
She strains a smile. He lights the smoke.
How are you enjoying your first day?
Tristan just nods. He eyes her like the catch of the day, then looks at Sherry, coolly blowing smoke. Removes his cap to reveal a hairless dome. He struggles with something under the surface, then lifts up his Speedo, which he has just removed.
Let's get the party started!
Oh, we were actually sleeping.
She and Tristan quickly get out of the tub and hurry off. Dino sinks back down, calling after them.
Wait! I was gonna show you my new Prince Albert!
Interior, Tristan's apartment, bedroom, night. A series of shots. Tristan tosses and turns, unable to sleep in the brace. Stares at the ceiling, propped up awkwardly on pillows. She grabs an orthopedic cervical pillow and places it around her neck. Waits in anticipation of comfort, and none comes. Interior, Tristan's apartment, next morning. Tristan's now unpacked a couple of boxes, all sales books. She talks into the speakerphone as she leaps through them.
You need someone to come out there for a day or two. I'm pretty swamped at work, but I could move a few things around.
No, Dad, I'm fine. I'm gonna soldier through this and be back to work before you know it.
That's my girl. You know, Teddy Rucci when he came back and led the Patriots in tackles a year later.
I know, Dad, I know. Don't worry, I'm not about to go soft. I can work from my couch.
Good. Soak like the nurse told you and you'll be back on your feet in no time.
Right, now I'm just on so many painkillers I can't even drive, so I won't be able to see clients for a while.
Just don't get too comfy on that couch. When I sold door to door, I used to picture Jesus on their side waiting for me to offer him free carpet cleaning. Mind over matter. You gotta get back in the game.
Yeah, good thing the network's giving me 3 months disability leave. My job is guaranteed.
Nobody's job is guaranteed, especially in this economy.
Tristan thinks this over, troubled. Exterior jacuzzi day. Tristan soaks in the water wearing a pair of dark glasses and listening to Radiohead on her iPod. She is thrown out of her daze by a man's muscular legs slipping into the water. His shorts are paint splattered in multicolors. He has an 8-pack with a vertical 10-inch scar down the middle of his belly. Tristan strains to look up at Bronco, early 30s. Despite his chiseled good looks, there's a sadness in his eyes that hints at untold losses. A tattoo across his back reads Bronco. Another underneath it says Bog Eye Harvati. As he slides into the water, he looks at Tristan, concerned.
That can't feel too good.
Tristan looks up, startled to find he is looking at her neck brace.
It's better being in here. What does bog-eye havarati mean?
God and country.
Even in her dire straits, Tristan's interest is piqued, but she looks away, trying to focus on her recovery. Bronco nods to her and puts on his own iPod. They both close their eyes and both submerge into their own worlds. Interior hotel night. A huge NFL banquet in progress. A symphony of waitstaff carefully placing plates on tables while the crowd gets rowdy and parties to the hilt. Working harder than any of the other servers is Bronco. He stops wiping down a table to grab the arm of one of his Mexican coworkers as he passes by.
Hey, Miguel. Let me know if I can pick up some shifts anytime. I gotta send some more money back home.
His coworker nods.
Holidays, weekends, anything.
On stage, a male hypnotist addresses the crowd.
We need a volunteer. Someone with a strong mind.
After much harassment, a burly lineman jumps up on stage and takes his place in a chair.
Now, as you hear the sound of my voice, you are going to fall deeper and deeper into a state of perfect relaxation. 10. Falling deeper.
Bronco looks on, mildly amused as the football player is put under.
Now I want you to lay back and lift your feet into the air.
The football player follows the command. Nearby, a petite, ugly woman teeters towards the restroom, visibly drunk. She stops short of the door and vomits next to a plant. The other waiters see this, cringing. A craggy manager sweeps through the waitstaff.
Could one of you please wake up and take care of that mess?
No volunteers. Bronco finally goes to get a mop.
Now on the count of 3, I want you to give birth. 1, 2, 3.
The crowd roars in laughter. Bronco mops up the vomit, his world suddenly not as funny. The drunk woman exits the restroom and sees Bronco from behind. She smacks his ass as he stands.
Are you a model? Let me guess. Are you an actor?
Bronco shrugs, pretending not to understand English. She tries to put her card in his front pocket, but he gently takes hold of her wrist.
No thanks.
I'm in 602. I am a diesel rep, and I've got a pair of tight jeans. I'd love to see you squeeze on.
Jeans aren't what I'm looking for. No.
He leads her drunk ass back over to her friend to help her. Interior, Tristan's apartment day. Tristan is trying and fumbling to reach for a roll on the third shelf, using only her left hand. She gives up, exasperated. She looks at the phone, hesitates before dialing, but finally goes through with it.
Hey, darling, how you feeling?
She just starts sobbing.
Tristan, are you okay?
She tries to talk, but her throat is clamped shut with emotion. No words can get out. Interior, Tristan's apartment, night. Tristan opens her door and Lex is standing there with 2 bags of groceries, a bouquet of flowers, and an ESPN tote bag.
I got the lean cuisines you requested.
Thanks. Where's my Victoria's Secret file?
Oh, sorry, I left it behind. Anyway, they had to push the meeting back for now, so we got time. You need to rest.
I'm not disabled. I'm on the bench. Stay on them. I want that meeting rescheduled as soon as possible.
Anything else I can do?
How about going over to Hunter's house with a Jinsu knife and slashing that fucker's voice box out so he can't bullshit any other women?
Lex goes to the cabinet.
I'll give you a drink and some Vicodin instead. You have only 1 cup in here. You're like a guy.
Tristan doesn't respond for a moment, then unexpectedly bursts into tears.
Oh shit! I was only kidding. I didn't say you looked like one.
It's not you.
Don't worry. The neck brace will be off soon, and everything will be back to normal.
It's not about that. You know, I made a list of all the friends that I could call on for help. There's only 2 names on the list, including you.
Doing really bad.
The other one is my father. He's 3,000 miles away.
A lot of people love you.
Who?
Everyone at work.
Yeah, those are work people. They don't count. I never realized until today, I don't have any real friends. I spent the last 10 years working from 6 in the morning to 9 at night to be self-sufficient, and this is my reward? I have no children, and I have no boyfriend, and I'm in a body cast.
Come on, you know if I were straight, I'd marry you in a second. Now, is there anything else you need?
Yes, actually. I'm gonna need a ride to the pain management center next week. I have a procedure and they won't let me drive.
Done.
Interior Sherry's apartment night. The barely controlled chaos of a single-parent household. Sherry tucks her 9-year-old son, Cooper, into bed. Joy, her hormonal 15-year-old daughter, sits at the computer chatting on IM. She probably has a tattoo her mom doesn't know about.
Okay, that's it, you two, lights out. We can't be late again tomorrow.
Joy rolls her eyes, continues to chat online, blocking her mother from the screen. Sherry walks over and closes the laptop, Joy pulling her fingers back at the last second.
Mom, I was in the middle of a conversation.
Joy, you know the rules. No IMing after 10.
Joy mouths bitch and angrily stands and stomps over to the bathroom. The phone rings and Sherry heads to the living room. Interior hotel room night. Eric, 30s, an ex-trust fund kid, who thinks the world owes him the VIP treatment, wears a crisp Brooks Brothers shirt as he fills a bucket of ice overlooking an ocean vista. His opinion of himself is in inverse proportion to his small height.
I'm standing here in the diplomat suite at the Ritz. It's beautiful. The only thing missing is you. Come on, the hot tub is boiling and the sambuca's chilling.
Intercut telephone conversation.
I just put Cooper to bed.
Perfect. Can't you ask your daughter to watch him?
No. I guess I could ask her.
I got your present.
Really? Really, what is it?
You have to come over and find out. Where are the stilettos?
Exterior parking lot, moments later. Sherry walks to her car in stilettos and a trench coat. Interior, Joy's room continuous. Joy looks on from the window above, watches her mother pull away, then lights an American Spirit and opens her laptop. Interior, physical therapy office day. Dr. Krupp puts a blue gel onto Tristan's neck and shoulders as she looks up at a skeleton mannequin. She grimaces in pain as he rubs the ultrasound stick around.
We're just gonna do 1 out of 10. You're gonna try to lift your arm out to the side and over your head.
She struggles to do even one, feeling like a baby who's never walked.
It's just a scar tissue. Keep trying. It'll get better. How's the hydrotherapy going?
In the jacuzzi religiously.
Good. The more water, the better.
Dr. Krupp, I need you to put me on the fast track. My office is a shark tank and I have to get back in there. I mean, let's make the goal for me to be back to work in 2 weeks.
Your goal is to take all the time you need to heal yourself. Relaxation is key.
Relaxation stresses me out.
A series of shots. Tristan yanks on a silver pulley, pulling it hard 5 times before she winces in pain, then keeps going. Tristan, on the Cadillac Reformer, holds her arms up to the side of a wall and pushes her upper body forward. She strains, pushing herself as hard as she can. Tristan stands on a wooden plate, being held up by a tennis ball to regain her strength. Dr. Krupp makes a note, impressed by her tenacity. Interior, independent taxi cab day. The taxi pulls into the parking lot of Dolphin Harbor with 4 boxes of Costco groceries next to Tristan.
Would you be able to just carry these into the house for me?
Yeah, I'm really sorry, ma'am. I can't. I got an airport pickup and I can't be late.
The driver puts the boxes outside in the parking lot next to Tristan. She hoists herself cautiously out of the car just as a Triumph rumbles up. Tristan stares as Bronco takes off his helmet and shakes out his hair. He sees her and waves. He walks over, then stoops down, picking up all the boxes.
Let me give you a hand.
Only if you let me pay you something.
You lead the way.
They arrive in front of her apartment. Debbie, a heavy-set busybody in her 40s, is down the hall in the background of the mailbox, observing.
Who knew we'd take a neck brace to get guys to act like gentlemen?
Bronco doesn't know she's kidding. He's dead man.
Correct, so always, gentlemen.
Remember, we saw each other in the jacuzzi. I noticed your tattoo that said Bronco. My name's tattooed on my ass. I mean, in case you ever forget who I am. Tristan. Just kidding.
Tristan hands him a 20.
No,
Bronco
no,
waves
no.
her off.
No, not necessary. Welcome to the building.
He smiles and walks off down the hall as Sherry rounds the corner with 2 bags full of groceries and her 2 kids in tow. Cooper is throwing a top ramen package at his sister. The package misses Joy and breaks open on the ground.
Oh, Cooper, enough! Pick up those goddamn noodles if you want dinner.
Started it.
Bullshit.
Privilege. Meet my monsters, Joy and Cooper.
Cooper gives a big smile. Joy barely musters up a nod.
Hi.
That's a really cool cast. Can I sign it?
Cooper?
Please.
No, it's fine. Sure, you can.
Okay, you 2 kids, go inside and start your homework and don't kill each other.
They go inside, leaving Sherry and Tristan alone. Sherry shuts the door so the kids can't hear.
You have a new friend in the building.
Sherry raises an eyebrow, and Tristan just rolls her eyes. Exterior jacuzzi later. Sherry and Tristan drink wine from plastic tumblers as they soak in the tub.
I think he likes you.
He barely said 3 words to me.
Yeah, that's more than Bronco said to anyone in this building in the 2 years since he's been here.
Oh, he's really hard to read, that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've never even seen him smile. I think something happened to that guy.
What?
Well, I don't know. I heard he was in the war in Bosnia. Someone shot his fiancée in front of him.
Off Tristan's reaction. Interior hotel banquet room day.
Bronco on his hands and knees cleaning confetti off the floor with co-workers. Charlie, a mixed-up waif in her early 20s, walks up and sets a cat carrier on the floor in front of Bronco.
Soul won't stop farting, and I can't take it anymore. Maybe he misses you.
But he's your cat.
Charlie gets flustered, overly emotional.
I can't have any reminders of you around.
It's not my fault it didn't work out.
She cuts him off, suddenly all business.
Don't worry about it. Whatever. I'm doing great. The guy I'm dating has a real job.
Good for you, anyway, guy.
And he's allergic to cats, so you have to take him. You still owe me $5,000.
I know.
Bronco's co-workers glance over.
I know. I've got some things lined up. You just have to trust me. Okay, I'm working on it, Charlie.
Work harder.
She turns and walks off, her face showing she still misses Bronco. Bronco is left with the cat staring up at him from the cat carrier. A co-worker pats Bronco on the shoulder.
People with pets are happier.
Bronco nods deadpan.
Oh, I'm exploding with joy.
Interior, Ritz-Carlton night. Sherry is again in the stilettos along with a black leather skirt and revealing top. Eric has a table set up with candles and a lobster dinner from room service right by the bed.
It's so nice to sit down to a candlelight dinner like adults. I've had enough McDonald's this week to last a lifetime.
You deserve much more than Mickey D's. You're a good mommy, but little baby Eric has been a bad boy.
I wish you could meet my kids.
I wish you could kick me in the nuts. Maybe I will. Do it.
What? I don't want to hurt you.
Kick me in the fucking nuts if I'm bad. You kick me in the fucking nuts now!
Sherry looks at him lying there, looking turned on, and half-heartedly taps him with her heel.
Come on, I want to feel your heels on my nuts. Kick me. Kick me, then I'll meet your kids!
Sherry sighs, then raises her leg up and swings it as hard as she can. We cut to exterior apartment complex, jacuzzi night. The ladies at their stations in the hot tub, plastic wine glasses in hand. Tristan is in a slightly more colorful bikini than last time.
It sounds like some real progress if he's ready to meet your kids. When does that happen?
Maybe this weekend.
Oh, you got what you wanted. Why don't you look happy?
Well, I don't know. He's a little wilder than I thought he was. Maybe it's just been the stress of the bar exam, but we're both taking it next month.
Sherry downs the rest of her wine. Debbie, the heavyset busybody, comes wading in, wearing shorts and a t-shirt to hide her belly. She's carrying the book, The Path to Love, and has clearly overheard the end of their conversation.
You know what I'd recommend? Write a positive affirmation on a supersized piece of paper and put it over your bed so it's the first thing your eyes see when you wake up and the last thing they see when you go to bed. It goes right into your subconscious mind.
Cut to Debbie in her bed, waking up. She looks up at the ceiling where a 5-foot-long poster board mounted directly above her head with the words that read, I, Debbie Ross, am now in a loving relationship. Sherry nods at Debbie.
I'll try that.
And you should try it with that strapping Croatian hunk. I saw him carrying your boxes.
Tristan stares at her. News travels fast around here. Exterior Dolphin Harbor parking lot day. Tristan stands outside talking on her cell phone.
Lex, you said you'd be here. I'm gonna miss my epidural.
I'm really sorry, Tristan. Can't you take a cab? I'll pay for it.
I don't need you to pay for it. I can't take a cab because the center won't release me unless I have a friend there to take me home. It's a liability issue. You know, thanks a lot.
She hangs up before Lex can respond. Desperate to get a ride, she quickly makes her way back toward the building. Interior hallway day. Tristan stands outside Sherry's door and knocks. Sherry answers looking like death warmed over, sick as hell.
What's up?
I hate to ask you this. My assistant flaked on me. I have a procedure and they won't release me without a ride. Is there any way that you could take me to the doctor in Westwood? I have an epidural at 8 and I'll have to pay even if I'm not there.
Cooper,
Mom, I just threw up again.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Normally I would, sweetheart. But you see, I got my hands full here. I mean, I've got it too. Oh, I should have gotten us flu shots this year. I'm an idiot. To be honest, I really couldn't afford them, but maybe I can call a friend or something.
No, don't worry about it. I'll figure something out.
just then a door down the hall opens and Charlie comes storming out, yelling back through the door as she leaves.
I'm tired of this, Bronco. You have till the end of the month. I am not playing games anymore.
She stalks down the hall and out of the building as Bronco appears in the doorway, wearing just paint-stained khaki shorts and a muscle t-shirt. The cat almost gets out, but he grabs him. Sherry nudges Tristan. Tristan shakes her head no, she couldn't. So Sherry does it for her.
Bronco!
Bronco looks over to see them, pleasantly surprised.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Listen, Tristan needs a ride. Can you take her to the doctor?
Interior epidural center day. Bronco sits in the waiting room, flipping through the only magazine there. Female resident? Courtney? A resident in her 20s walks by, checks him out.
Are you a big fan?
He smirks.
No.
No. You look like more of the strong, silent type. I'm Carrie.
Hi, Kelly. This article about rotten vegetables is consuming me.
He goes back to his magazine and Carrie walks off a little miffed at being rebuffed. A nurse wheels a groggy Tristan out as Bronco stands.
Oh, Mala, ja, bitte. Oh, how do you feel?
I'm great.
She's on morphine.
Have you had this stuff?
Yeah, unfortunately, a long time ago.
Oh, then you must know how good I feel.
She'll just need some rest and TLC. You're her husband?
You know, I know
Just
what
a
you're
friend.
thinking, but there's no benefits. It's purely platonic because I'm wearing my birth control.
Off the nurse's and other patients' reaction. Exterior underground garage moments later. As Bronco wheels Tristan toward her car, they pass another couple. The woman, 23-year-old blonde model type, is visibly pregnant. Tristan squints at the man as if her eyes are deceiving her.
Hunter?
As the man gets closer, we see it is indeed Hunter and his girlfriend Ashley, Blondie from earlier. In addition to being pregnant, she wears a gigantic diamond ring. Hunter stops dead in his tracks, stunned. Ashley tries to shrink.
Tristan, what happened?
Oh, my neck. It's a funny story. I was in traffic talking to this really self-absorbed cheating prick, and he couldn't respect my goals, and so he broke up with me.
Hunter stares at her, realizing. Bronco gives her an odd look, a little uncomfortable.
This is the other woman? You said I didn't know her. I think I know your kid's nanny, you asshole.
Nobody knows what to say. Bronco finally looks to Tristan.
Shall we go now?
Yeah, I think that's it.
He wheels her away, but she has another thought.
FYI, you might want to get checked for herpes, Ashley.
Bronco leans down to her, a little concerned.
Really?
No, but that felt really bad.
Interior, Tristan's apartment, day. Bronco helps her inside. She's still groggy and high from the drugs. She's almost falling over.
I can't move my legs.
He goes to help her again. She rolls off the bed, looking up at him.
Wow,
What?
you're so strong.
He smiles to himself, gently picks her back up on the bed, pulls out a fleece teddy bear from his pocket, hands it to her.
What's this?
It's a teddy bear. They give it to the guests at work. It's for you.
Your face looks like a flower. Hunter gave me flowers. I thought I was gonna marry him. He had all this money, but you're so poor. But you're so much more giving. I love this bear.
She places him next to her on the bed and strokes him.
I'll name him Teddy Bruschi.
He doesn't know how to respond to this. He starts to leave.
I'll come back and check on you and this brewski.
Thank you.
Interior Tristan's apartment later. Tristan pops a lean cuisine in the microwave. The phone rings. She sits in front of the TV.
Hello?
Did you hear?
Hear what?
Your company may be bought. It was just on CNBC.
Who's buying it?
Rupert Murdoch is thinking about it.
Dad, nothing's been bought yet, and Murdoch is always thinking of buying everything.
I'm just saying, if they do get bought out, they're going to downsize. I've been in sales my whole life. The only one with a secure job is the one who closed the last deal.
Interior ESPN building. The expansive lobby of a major cable network alive with primary colors and deadlines. Tristan arrives in her neck brace, Native American physical disability assistant at her side. Tristan tries to carry her briefcase in her one good arm, trying to look poised and strong. Interior manager's office moments later. Tristan sits with Lex, facing Eli, a determined look in her face.
I'm gonna start making calls from home. We can't afford to be down a person.
Tristan, you know we're all pulling for you. It's important for you to take all the time that you need to recover. I mean, you're in no condition to see clients at this point.
Eli, I've been doing this job for 8 years. All I need is a phone and a laptop. Whenever I make a call, I just picture Jesus on the other end, waiting to buy ad space on the greatest sports network in the world.
Let's give us some time, okay? Keely's volunteered to handle your clients while you're on leave.
Keely, the junior account manager?
She's a spitfire.
But I don't need her help. Lex and I work remotely all the time.
A paper flutters from her lap. As she leans into Eli, she eyes the paper, thinks about it, then finally bends and, in pain, quickly straightens back up. Eli notices. He picks up the paper and hands it to her.
You have 12 weeks of medical leave. Take them. When you get back, we can talk. I've got to get to a meeting. Take your time. You need it.
Eli gets up and leaves. Tristan turns to Lex, stunned.
Why didn't you tell me Keely was filling in?
I know all you've been going through. The last thing I wanted you to was to worry about work.
At that moment, Spitfire Keely, late 20s, comes in on autopilot.
Lex, you ready to go? Oh, hi, Tristan. I didn't know you were here. We were just about to go to lunch.
Tristan gives Lex a concerned look.
I'll meet you in the lobby in 2 minutes.
Okay. Feel better, Tristan. Can't wait to have you back. Maybe I'll see you at the roast.
You guys seem really tight. Having lunch dates with the Spitfire now.
Relax. This way I'm keeping tabs on her.
I don't care what Eli says. We're going to stay on Victoria's Secret, and once I land them, you'll see beyond the neck brace.
Absolutely. I'm behind you all the way.
Row upon row of young and hungry would-be lawyers wrestle with the California bar exam. Somewhere in the sea of humanity we find Sherry, paralyzed with fear as she runs down the daunting list of multiple questions. She looks to 2 rows over, Eric, his pen flying breezily across the answer sheet. Exterior Tristan's apartment night. Sherry stands at the door talking to Tristan.
I'm anxious about the bar today. I think I failed.
I'm sure you did fine.
No, I just want to put it out of my mind. Come on, throw on your suit.
I can't.
Why not?
I don't want it to break up.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So you guys did it?
No. Just think I scared him away.
Okay, so now you have to get in the tub.
Tristan drinks wine in the jacuzzi with Sherry.
Hunter's nanny is leading the life that I wanted for myself one day.
Well, you can still have a child with someone else.
I worked my ass off my whole life, and for what? To let some young slut with no moral compass ruin my love life? And now, my work. I'm just gonna vow to do everything my doctor says to get better, forget about men, and get back on top. I can't have any distractions.
Just stay positive. Maybe this accident was a blessing in disguise. God's way of giving you a brand new life.
I wish God would give me a pie chart to explain it all.
The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade plays. A giant float of SpongeBob SquarePants floats past on the screen. Tristan stands at her microwave in thermals and a sweatshirt, watching a lean cuisine turkey dinner spin through the glass. She's on the phone.
Well, you can't let yourself get into a funk. When did the doctor say you can get back to work?
I'm not in a funk, I'm just having a moment here, drifting in a Bermuda Triangle.
Don't sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Go have Thanksgiving dinner. Call up your new friend Sherry. She sounds nice.
Just with her family, Dad. I'm all alone. I'm allowed to feel sorry for myself. The man who dumped me is getting married to the exact type of woman you told me that men don't want. She's a total macho with no gold.
They'll be divorced in a year. You're a strong woman. It intimidates a lot of guys.
The microwave beeps. Tristan pulls out her dinner. It's hot. She drops it on the floor. Fuck.
Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, Dad, but no one's looking for strong. They may say they want strong, but really, they're looking for strippers.
She eyes her meal. Is it even worth it? She finally gets down on her knee to salvage it, stiffen her neck brace.
Marriage is a symbiotic relationship. You don't want to have to cling to a man for your survival. You got to focus on getting back to work. You have a great career. You can always get married later.
Her free hand grasps at it. Still hot. Damn. She flings it up onto the counter. It misses, slaps back onto the floor beside her. The turkey lands in a puddle of gravy and cranberry goo.
Later? When? Most women my age have been married and divorced at least twice by now. I can't even get married once.
Oh, Helen's calling me. Dinner's on. You hang tough, Teddy Bruschi.
He hangs up abruptly. Tristan looks down at the slab of processed meat. As she struggles to pick it up, a knock is heard at her door. She opens it and sees Bronco holding his cat wearing glasses.
I don't know if you have plans for Thanksgiving, but Sue and I wanted to invite you over for some turkey from my work. We had a buffet and, I'm gonna set up all night.
Tristan is touched at the sight of this man in his Harry Potter glasses holding a cat that seems to follow him down hallways. Exterior Bronco's apartment. Oh, interior Bronco's apartment. Wearing jeans and a white turtleneck to look less like the spinster shut-in, she feels like Tristan sits at a kitchen table sipping wine from a glass. Bronco prepares plates as Tristan looks around at various works of art on the walls.
You did all these? You should be proud. They're wonderful. Are you sure I can't do anything?
No, this is Croatian hospitality. You just sit back, relax, and have a drink. You must try mashliba. It's a plum brandy.
In the shape of a
Oh,
cross.
I love that. What is that?
It resembles a collage of human viscera. Blood, red, and textured with flesh tones and tadpole-like images lost in its mess, spiraling.
It's about how pain gives birth to everything. It was inspired by that experience I had in the Bosnian War, boarding hospital.
It's amazing. I mean, you should do more of these. I think they would sell.
Bronco smiles appreciatively when Tristan sees something licking her toe. She looks down and sees Soul.
He's licking my toe.
Bronco comes in, picks up the cat, and holds him.
You like it, don't you?
He makes the cat nod its head. Soul purrs at Tristan.
He looks pretty skinny to me.
He's got some kind of indigestion. Max wouldn't pay for him to go to the vet, and now his stomach's all fucked up. I wouldn't stand behind him.
Tristan bends to the frail-looking cat and pets Soul.
We're both better off without our exes, aren't we?
She makes the cat head nod. Interior Sherry's apartment, night. The kids are eating some pumpkin pie with Cool Whip. Eric approaches the door in a hallway, carrying a Marie Callender's box.
I brought some pie.
Oh, I'm so glad you finally made it.
Pecan pie. Hope everyone's still hungry.
Later, they're seated around the table in the makeshift IKEA dorm-style one-bedroom they all share. They all eat the last bites of pie. Cooper's yawning, getting sleepy.
I gotta put Cooper to bed. Joy, would it kill you to pick up a few plates? It's a holiday.
I'll take care of it.
Joy grabs a dish towel.
Wash your dry.
Wash.
Eric rolls up his sleeves. He pours in some big sudsing bubbles. As Joy rolls up her sleeves, Eric spots a Nirvana tattoo on her wrist.
Oh, so you're into Nirvana. You got good taste. Kurt Cobain was a genius.
Joy quickly rolls her sleeves back down, indicating that with her eyes her mom doesn't know. Eric winks at her.
I used to sell bootleg copies of Nirvana. Play your cards right, and maybe I'll give you one.
Mom, you're finally going out with someone cool.
Sherry carries Cooper half asleep off to his bunk bed.
That ink is just to cover up the little scars.
How'd you get a scar on your wrist?
Skateboarding into a fence.
I saw they put up a massive new skate park in Venice. Have you ever been there?
Only every day, that's my local hang.
She enters the kitchen, coming up close to Eric.
I can't believe you got her to do the dishes.
Oh, we have a good kid here.
Joy smiles. Change the word great to hot. Joy smiles through her braces, smitten. Eric goes over and puts his arms around Sherry, hugging her.
And you've got a really hot mother.
As Joy looks on, she sticks her tongue out at them so that only Eric can see. Interior Bronco's apartment later. Empty plates on the table, Bronco sits on the couch gazing at Tristan. She feels his gaze but can't turn her head. Croatian folk music by Olivier,
Oliver Dragojević, yeah.
thank you, plays in the background.
Cijelega života moje tijelo je bez nje, kad cviće bez vode. I was without her like flowers without water. I don't know what it is about this song, but I don't know, I just get so emotional. Sorry, I hope I'm making you feel uncomfortable.
No, this neck brace is making me uncomfortable.
He puts a pillow behind her to prop her up, making her feel even more conspicuous. Bronco leans back, more gazing.
I'm sorry, I haven't been very social for a while. Actually feels kind of good to see another apartment besides mine.
Suddenly, Sol jumps up on Tristan's shoulders.
Oh, God.
Looks like you have a new boyfriend.
So, we're both in relationships. I saw your girlfriend the other day.
Who, Charlie? No. She's not my girlfriend. It's complicated.
Oh, sorry, it's none of my business anyway.
The phone rings. Bronco ignores it. The answering machine picks up, and we hear the voice of Damir, obviously drunk.
Hey, Pisco, you motherfucker! Guess who got this travel visa? You gonna hook me up with a good Amerikanska or what? American women are sluts.
Bronco gets to the machine and silences the message. Sol is stuck to Tristan's shoulder.
I should really get going.
Stay a little longer.
Us American sluts, we just really love to have fun. Anyway, I should really get back and do some sales projections.
Извини. Sorry, he's a brutal guy. My friend is a fucking idiot.
Tristan smiles politely.
Really? Alright, please. Sol doesn't want you to leave it. Do you, Sol?
Bronco shakes Sol's head. No. She relaxes a bit. He hands her the cat and grabs his camera.
Wait, don't move. Just stay, just like that.
Starts to take a photo.
Oh, God, no, please, not now. I'm just not feeling very attractive.
You could not be further from the truth. The camera does not lie.
She gives him the tiniest hint of a smile.
Happy Thanksgiving.
The camera focuses tight on her lips. The door opens to reveal Tristan brimming with excitement.
Okay, so it wasn't exactly a date, but...
She stops short as she sees Sherry's eyes are swollen from crying.
Sherry, what's wrong?
She holds out a letter. Tristan takes it and it reads in Sherry's voice.
Regret to inform you that you have failed to pass the bar exam for the state of California. You may take the exam again after a period of no less than 3 months.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Eric passed with flying colors! They've offered to make him a partner straight out of law school who'll be making $250,000 a year. And me? I have to borrow $8,000 just to retake the damn thing!
Okay, now come on, you're not stuck. Not everyone passes the first time.
Exterior jacuzzi day. Tristan, Sherry, and little Cooper are in the jacuzzi.
Get next to the hot jet. You'll feel better.
Tristan scoots over and lets Sherry take the hot jet. Sherry.
Thanks for being such a good friend.
Mom, can I have a piece of gum?
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Oh, fine, just get out of my purse. And don't chew it in here.
Cooper
I'm too
gets
tired
up.
to fight with him right now.
Is it video night?
The girls look over to see his porn videos. My ass is haunted and spicy stewardesses that he's pulled from Sherry's purse. Tristan tries hard not to crack up.
Oh, shit.
Debbie, the heavy-set Dolphin Harbor gossip, happens to be walking by at that moment.
Just put everything back.
I haven't got my gum yet.
Go inside. There's one in the kitchen.
Cooper has no idea why he's in trouble. He walks off towards the apartment.
Oh, great.
Now it's gonna be out on the fucking Dolphin Newswire.
Well, your secret's safe with me.
Yeah, Jerry just saw. Debbie just saw. So it's all over.
She leans over and puts the videos deeper into her purse.
These were Eric's great idea. And guess who gets to return them? Who wants to watch My Ass is Haunted? Is that his idea of romance? It's so gross.
Tristan motions for Sherry to stop talking about the pornos because a fit-looking all-American guy, Rob, who is Shane, right?
Okay.
Is getting into the jacuzzi. He smiles at them. They smile back. Sherry is so upset she keeps talking, but in a lowered tone.
Why am I such an asshole magnet? If there are 20 guys in a room, I will somehow find the asshole and draw him to me. The other 19 might be the nicest guys in the world, but I'm just not attracted to them.
I know the feeling. So what did he do?
It's what he didn't do. I've called the asshole 3 times and texted him. He hasn't called me back. He knows I failed the bar. It's the worst day of my life. And he couldn't care less. You know what, excuse me. I know we don't know each other, but can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, I'm Sherry, and this is Tristan.
Rob.
Rob, if you were involved with a woman for 8 months and knew this was the worst day of her life, would you call her to check in, or would you just do nothing?
Of course I'd call. And it's a no-brainer. Women make the world go around.
See? Nice guy.
Rob smiles, not realizing he's just been disqualified. Exterior Malibu Beach, dusk. Bronco takes artistic photos of the sunset as Tristan looks out at the ocean. She looks pleasant, even relaxed.
You know, I have lived near the ocean for 8 years. This is the first time I've ever seen a sunset at the beach.
These are the moments that make me feel happy to be alive. You need to learn to live a little, Miss Businesswoman. You know what they say about all work and no play? Well, do you? I'm not immigrant. How the hell should I know?
Well, speaking of work, I have this black tie event to go to. They're roasting someone at my company. It's going to be embarrassing to show up with the disability nurse as my +1.
So you want me to be your Kiki?
What's Kiki?
Croatian arm candy.
She smiles and he turns around and snaps a picture of her. Tristan's car evening. Bronco drives with Tristan in the passenger seat. They are stopped at a light where Christmas decorations hang across the street. They see Santa Claus waving his bell, getting donations.
Are you going to visit your family for Christmas?
Nah, my visa's tied up. I can't leave the country right now.
She takes this in. The light changes to green. A Yugo cuts them off abruptly. Tristan's neck is thrown.
Piece of shit, come me, Hugo! Or you wanna go?
Tristan nods in the brace.
I can't stand Christmas over here. It's so, what's the word? Commercial. You know, in Croatia, it's not about Christmas sales, it's about being with your family. Where do you go?
I'm staying put. I can't stand Christmas either. Maybe we can not stand it together.
I'm working that day.
They make you work on Christmas?
It's my choice. I need the tips. I must help my parents, you know, they have nothing. Goddamn Serbs took everything, the land, the home, everything. But they didn't just take the land, they took the 10 generations of memories with the land. It's a very sore subject. You know, they have till the end of the month. I wish to God I could fly them out there to live with me, but it's tough.
You really love your family that much. That's great. I mean, that you try to take care of them.
Tristan turns on the radio and starts lip syncing to the Chipmunks to lighten the mood. They pull up to the Casa del Mar restaurant.
So, what are you roasting? Any lamb?
No. My coworker, Dina.
Shit, I hope I didn't just see my boss. I'm supposed to look
What is it? Some kind of case system? Don't worry, you're with me. This is my event.
She squeezes his hand reassuringly before they walk inside. A few of the employees recognize Bronco immediately and give him envious looks as he pretends not to notice. Interior Casa del Mar banquet area, night. At a table full of Tristan's co-workers, including Lex, his boyfriend, and Keeley, Tristan sits next to Bronco as he looks out of his element.
So, how did you two meet?
In the jacuzzi. Well, we live in the same complex. It's what we call a cello in my country. It's like our own little village where everyone helps everyone else.
He was my knight in shining armor and took me to the doctor when nobody else would.
Looks like I did you a favor.
Tristan sips her wine.
So, what do you do?
Well, he is an amazing artist.
I didn't know you were an artist.
The table's quiet, wondering why the busboy knows Bronco.
I work here.
You know, just until his art blows up. I mean, he's currently shopping for a really good rep.
Eli takes the mic, calls out to everyone, quiet down.
Okay, everyone take your seats. We're gonna pass the mic and show Dina some ESPN love.
Jump cuts of people at different tables roasting Dina, who sits on the stage. People are seated at tables of 8 finishing dessert. On stage, Dina, the 50-something corporate lifer who is getting her picture hung, smiles as she gets roasted by Eli to close things out.
Though her eggs are frozen, her sales are always on fire.
A gasp, then huge laughter. Dina doesn't think it's so funny, but keeps a brave face. Bronco exchanges a look with Tristan.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for 6-time ad salesperson of the year, Dina Mitchell.
Tristan claps along with everyone else, but looks a little disquieted. Dina takes the mic graciously.
Thanks, Eli, I think. 25 years sure went by fast.
Keeley leans to Tristan, eyeballs Bronco.
If I had a boyfriend like that, I'd be on medical leave too.
He's just a friend. But I'd be happy to break your neck for you.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, nothing.
She turns to listen to Dina on the stage.
I only expected to be in this job for 6 months while I was between boyfriends. And now it's become my husband.
The crowd laughs and applauds as Tristan listens, troubled by what she hears. Interior, Sherry's apartment night. It's very late. Sherry's at the table, barely awake from studying. The annoying sound of video games in the background. Cooper lays sprawled on the floor, eyes glued to the screen as his thumbs frantically fiddle. Joy walks in the front door stone, knocking over a potted plant.
Hey.
She heads straight for the kitchen. Sherry checks her watch.
Yeah, it's late.
Do you have any Pop-Tarts?
As she rifles through the cabinet, a box of Uncle Ben's falls out and spills all over the floor. Sherry goes and stands in the doorway, eyeing her daughter.
How did you get home?
Okay.
Joy walks by Sherry and the fumes almost knock her over.
Do I smell pot, Joy? Your eyes look like they're bleeding.
No, we were burning sage to clarify our auras. Please, Mom, get your nose fixed.
No, there's nothing wrong with my nose. I can still ground you, you know.
Joy just laughs. Hi. The volume on her on Cooper's video game increases.
Cooper! Okay, I'll forget about the pot for tonight. You just get him to bed. I have to study.
He doesn't listen to me. Watch. Cooper, go to bed.
Cooper doesn't blink, eyes focused on the screen.
Here I am. I'm trying to make a better life for us, and nobody helps at all. I get no support from you two. You know, what if I just quit?
Cooper finally turns to his mother, stares at her like she's gone mad.
Look at this pigsty. No one has changed the cat box in weeks. It looks like a fucking Zen garden in there.
Joy and Cooper look at each other and start giggling.
Hey, you know, I'm not trying to be funny.
Sherry picks up the half-empty box of Uncle Ben's, throws it against the wall. Rice goes everywhere. She has her attention now.
How am I supposed to bring anyone home? I can't let Eric see this chaos.
Then clean it up. Guys actually like to be taken care of, you know. Don't you read Marie Claire?
I am the one who takes care of everything. Your father barely pays child support.
You made him leave.
You know what? Say one more fucking thing, and you won't be going anywhere with Kyle. Just put your brother to bed.
Joy rolls her eyes and turns to Cooper.
Come on.
Joy takes Cooper by his arm and leads him through the clutter, squealing. We hear a door slam. Sherry shakes her head and looks at a cat taking a dump in the minefield, the cat box. Interior rehab facility day. Bronco sits with Tristan in the waiting room.
Tristan Adams.
Wish me luck.
Bronco smiles at her as she gets up and heads for the door. The doctor sticks his head out.
You ready for your cardio burn?
Tristan grips the metal handles of a pressurized medical device while Dr. Krupp checks the readout. It's painful for her because of the arm cast.
Squeeze. Squeeze. As hard as you can, come on.
I am.
Okay, you can stop. Huh.
Scribbles.
What does it mean?
Well, your right hand is still coming up weaker than I'd hoped.
And?
The nerves around your neck are still pinched. That's causing some residual weakening and tingling in your arm.
Well, when will the nerves unpinch?
It's hard to say. 2 months? 3 months? Maybe even 6. It's not an exact science.
6 more months? No way. I have to get back to work. I'm gonna lose my job.
You can't rush this. The good news is your new discs are fusing nicely. The water does seem to be helping a lot. You've been soaking every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it up. I'll plan on seeing you back here in 3 months. With any luck, we can remove the brace at that point.
Okay. This is kind of awkward, but I mean, just in case it were to come up. Can I have sex?
I don't usually do that with patients. Is that your boyfriend outside?
No, that's just a friend.
Ah, yes. I mean, why don't you and your friend just wait until the brace comes off?
Dr. Krupp writes out 2 prescriptions, hands them to her. One's a prescription for painkillers, and one just reads,
Honey.
no hanky-panky. As Bronco walks Tristan home, they pass by his apartment.
You want to come in for lunch? I got some crab cakes from the hotel.
You're spoiling me. I always thought knights in shining armor didn't really exist.
Charlie, sitting on the couch wearing only a pair of short shorts and revealing halter top, holding Soul in her arms. Bronco's thrown too.
Ah, Yalute. Charlie, what the hell are you doing here?
I still have this.
You can't just let yourself in.
Bronco, my name is still on the lease. And I miss Saul. At least he's happy to see me.
There's a thick tension in the room.
This is Charlie, my old roommate.
Really? Is that what I was?
This is Tristan.
So nice to meet you.
Okay, well, I better get going. Calls to me.
No, it's okay, just stay.
No, I'm gonna call you later.
She leaves. Bronco looks at Charlie.
Thanks a lot. Are you happy?
Is that where all your money's going? Hot grandma? When am I gonna get mine? I searched all your hiding places, but all I found was $200. Pathetic.
She holds some crumpled bills. Bronco is suddenly livid.
It's for my parents, kučka jedna.
Whatever, mama's boy. You didn't even bother to ask me how
Just
I'm
get
doing.
out and leave the key. I'll get you the money.
Yeah, right.
She tucks the key into her bra, gets up and stalks out in her high heels. Exterior Venice skate park day. Joy skateboards with her friends inside a pool. When she comes up, she does a kick turn and stops short as she spots Eric standing behind the fence waving to her. Joy's friend Stacy turns to her. Joy, who's that creepy old guy staring at you?
A friend. What are you doing here?
I was just in the neighborhood and I thought I'd drop by. Got those Nirvana CDs we talked about.
Cool, I'll take them.
Great. They're in my car.
Interior Eric's Porsche moments later. Eric sits in the driver's seat, Joy right beside him as they listen to the end of a Nirvana song. Eric pops the CD out and puts it in the case, hands it to Joy.
Thanks a lot.
Joy, about to get out, has a second thought. Older couple and a few other people sitting there. She walks over.
Wow. You
look stunning.
Thank you.
Mom, Dad, this is Sherry, the woman I've been telling you about. The smart one.
He said your research really helped them win that verdict.
I try. But your son's the real genius.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let her get away.
Sherry loves hearing this until he continues.
After she passes the bar, I'm gonna make sure she's at our firm, and she really knows how to kick ass. And nuts.
Where are we sitting?
I'm there next to Mickey, and you can sit next to my brother, Alex. He just got divorced.
She's taken aback. Mickey, the 20-year-old assistant, a petite Filipino woman, is already at the table.
You here with Mickey?
You are too. No strings attached.
Sherry can't even play it off. Her face is flushed. She turns and walks out of there. Everyone looks at Eric, confused. He gets a text that reads, "Can you get me that bike again?" Exterior jacuzzi day. Tristan is in the water soaking and babysitting as Cooper swims in the pool and Joy texts her on the phone.
You wanna see me do a cannonball?
Sure, but in the deep end.
Joy.
Don't splash me.
Cooper walks over to the deep end, jumps in as close as he can to Joy.
He's such a little punk.
Joy moves closer towards Tristan. Just then Bronco walks out, shirtless in just his bathing suit. He waves at Tristan. She gives him a half-hearted wave back. He walks up to her.
Can I talk to you?
What?
About the other day, my roommate there.
It's not my business.
She's not a girlfriend, if that's what you're thinking.
Look, we're just friends, Bronco. I'm sure you knew people before you met me.
Great. I got some tickets at work. There's this really cool art exhibit at the pier. You want to check it out with me?
I'll think about it.
Interior Dolphin Harbor Garage. Sherry sits in her car parked, sobbing to herself. Finally, she pulls it together, suppressing her humiliation, touches up her makeup in the mirror, gets out of the car. Interior Sherry's apartment. Tristan plays Wii with Cooper while Joy tweets. The front door opens. Sherry walks in tipsy, masking her humiliation with an overcompensating smile.
How'd it go?
Great.
That's good. How are his parents?
They were polite.
She bursts into tears, leaning on Tristan's shoulder. Sherry and Tristan soak in the water. Sherry has a big cup full of wine, which she downs as she finishes her story.
He's just another asshole. I was fooling myself. I knew it. I knew it deep down. Of course, I couldn't admit it.
In the background, Cooper's in the pool playing with Rob. Cooper stands on Rob's shoulders, dives off, loud belly laughter. Sherry notices Rob and Cooper's exchange.
They're having fun.
Again, do it again.
Rob picks up Cooper and tosses him into the pool.
Well, at least someone is. Sorry, is he bothering you?
Not at all.
Exterior apartment building hallway day. Tristan approaches her apartment door to find a package leaning against it. She immediately rips open the brown wrapping, sees the abstract art print of her lips supersized. She looks it over, amazed and touched. The card reads, Danny. The card reads, I called this one.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
okay. It means Empress. She smiles to herself, looks to the phone. Exterior Santa Monica Pier, middle of 65. Day. Tristan walks with Bronco toward the pier. Artists line the pier displaying their work, with a banner overhead that reads Ashes and Snow.
This is supposed to be a great exhibit.
That picture you did of me was amazing. I can't even believe it's me. It's just so beautiful.
As they approach the pier, they look off to the right at a big crowd gathered on the beach.
What's all of this?
I don't know. Maybe it's part of the exhibit.
He leads her down steps onto the beach where they find row upon row of wooden crosses sticking out of the sand as people gather around a stage area. The crosses are adorned with flowers and photos of young soldiers, as well as personal effects like combat boots. Women and men sit in front of them, some weeping, just staring out at the sea. The sight of the crosses all lined up perfectly in the sand, with the American flags all around, is visually striking. Bronco turns to a beach patrol officer.
Excuse me, what is all this?
Arlington West. It's a memorial service that mothers do every Sunday in honor of their children who have given their lives in the Iraq War.
Tristan looks around, touched, as she studies the faces of the people around her. Many have obviously lost someone close to them. Tristan links arms with Bronco. The crowd parts as a veteran activist, who is Shane, in his 60s, comes through, shaking hands and offering kind words to people as he passes. He reaches Bronco and Tristan and nods to them.
Where did you serve, son?
I was in the war in Croatia. Were you there?
Yes, I was. That was a very bad situation for everyone concerned. That's the thing about wars, they're all bad. I just try to thank the Creator that I'm here for today.
He shakes Bronco's hand and moves off to the platform where a banner reads Arlington West. The activist stands in front of a microphone. Tristan sees that people are bowing their heads, so she does the same.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
As he continues the Lord's Prayer, Tristan looks at Bronco to find tears in his eyes. She's moved at the sight of this grown man crying. She takes his hand in hers. As the prayer ends, a soldier's mother takes the podium to tell her story. Tristan turns Bronco's face to hers. He looks down, not wanting to see him like this.
Maybe God saved your life for a purpose.
Bronco finally looks at her and they hug tightly. Soon, she finds his lips and starts kissing him. He pulls back. He holds her in his arms and kisses her tenderly, the mourners and the ocean and the whole world seeming to disappear around them. Dissolved to exterior jacuzzi night. In the darkness, we can barely make out two glistening silhouettes lit from below by the glowing turquoise light of the steaming jacuzzi. As we move in closer, we see that it is Tristan and Bronco facing each other, alone in the hot tub. Are you okay on tape?
Yeah, we have 10 more minutes on this tape
Okay.
before I have to change.
Okay, at the 10-minute, do you guys want to take a bathroom break? Okay, we'll do that. Tristan reaches out and touches the scar on Bronco's stomach. She looks up at him, the unspoken question evident in her eyes.
The power was out. I was with my aunt and uncle. We had no food. The babies were screaming. In fact, I had to stifle their cries with my hands not to be heard, for fear of being attacked. I snuck across enemy lines to get food for us, and, like a baby, everyone in the house was massacred. My niece's head, asleep on the table. She was 3 years old.
I can't imagine living through something like that.
No, after that, I gave an oath to protect my family by any means necessary. I wanted to kill those animals. So I joined the army, I was 13. They handed me a gun and put me in a post-guarding hospital in Dubrovnik. During the months of artillery shelling and airstrikes, I woke up with my guts hanging out, being dragged to safety by a soldier named Amir. That's when the nightmares began. Painting was the only way to get the images out of my head.
Tristan holds him in her arms.
I never told that story to anyone.
She takes his hand and puts it against her heart, then lifts his fingers up and pushes them gently into her mouth. She caresses them with her tongue. He pulls his hand back, hesitant.
You don't know who I am. I've done horrible things.
She pulls him into her, silencing him. Unable to restrain himself anymore, he takes her face in his strong hands and kisses her, careful not to upset her neck brace. Her hands slip beneath the frothy surface. He moans a little, then reaches underwater too. She lets out a little cry of pleasure. She hasn't been touched like this in a long time.
Are you okay?
Yes, just keep going, please.
Suddenly, he lifts her up, thrusting her toward him in the water till she's straddling him. As he presses his lips to her, she reaches back and unties her top till it falls into the water, floating on the bottom walls. Bronco takes her in his arms, lifts her, licking and kissing every exposed inch of her body. She arches, breathing harder now, holding his head tightly in her hands as he puts his mouth around her breast. Suddenly, they're all over each other, licking, kissing, caressing. She reaches under the surface and frantically pulls his board shorts off as he unties her bikini bottom. He hoists her onto him. He's inside her. She wraps her body around him and holds onto his back, shivering in ecstasy. The moonlight shimmering off her naked body. She digs her nails in as he pulls her close, climaxing. She rakes her nails down his back and collapses onto him, both spent. They look up at the swaying palm trees and the blackened sky, the stars blurring, exploding in their eyes. Bronco and Tristan return from a day of shopping, Bronco carrying Costco boxes. She notices the couch is made up as a makeshift bed. Ah, okay, I'm thinking here, let's take our bathroom break. That'll make sense.
Yeah, it's good time.
Everyone's doing a great job, a totally great job.
Alright.
Where's another bathroom?
So, Keaton, are we ready to go?
Yes, ma'am.
So maybe you wanna read stage directions for the next like 20 pages, and then you wanna read them for the final? Okay, cool. So you read 70 to 90,
Go.
okay.
And nod.
Right on, here we go,
And
teamwork.
if you're in it, I'll read them like
Oh my god,
See?
cooperation.
You got it.
Symbiotic.
Ready?
I'm like giving it the eyes.
Okay, here we go, ready?
One moment, ma'am.
I'm like obsessed, I have to have this video. I will not have you guys speak without the video.
Almost ready here. Just gotta change my.
69.
Like go nuts if there was a mirror. You have to look into it.
That's why it's like distracting a little bit. but
I'd be like,
Oh, whoa.
The whole vanity aspect
Me
of it
too,
all.
I'm like,
You're really comfortable.
I have a, what do you call it, a lampshade masking my image. Thank
Oh, I'm
God.
so happy we're here.
Supper is very seasonal.
It's like, yeah.
It is like the last supper.
Oh, yeah. True.
Okay, you ready now?
Yes.
But you're facing the ground, I'm waiting for you.
Okay, who started?
Okay.
oh, on stage
The
directions.
first thing is gonna be stage directions, but Tristan, we're on Tristan's line.
Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
Exterior, Bronco's apartment 2 weeks later. Bronco and Tristan return from a day of shopping, Bronco carrying Costco boxes. She notices the couch is made up as a makeshift bed and a small suitcase is on the ground nearby.
You have company?
That crazy idiot from the machine, my best friend Amir, he's here. Hurry, come to my room before he gets back. I want to show you something.
Hesitantly, she follows him. She walks into his bedroom where she sees an entire wall filled with tiled mosaics of different sizes and styles.
Oh my god, these are amazing.
Took your life.
You shouldn't be a lawyer anymore. You gotta sell these.
I've never sold any of my
You
work.
need a manager, someone with a sales background.
You have a sales background? What about you?
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Business, romance, they don't mix.
Man, you told me yourself they're not letting you work at your regular job. Besides, I can see you hate it.
I don't hate it.
You know it?
I used to. I don't know.
You only live once. Okay, let yourself go. Go do something new. Be free. Not a poor immigrant from Croatia at the same time.
I'm sorry, no. They need me at work.
So then why aren't you there?
You're right. Why aren't I there?
Interior, Victoria's Secret office day. Tristan walks into the lobby of Victoria's Secret trying to look confident despite her condition. The middle-aged receptionist looks over her as she approaches. May I help you?
Tristan Adams to see Stephanie Green.
Do you have an appointment?
Well, we've been playing phone tag, so I thought I'd just stop by.
Okay, have a seat.
As Tristan lowers herself onto a couch, the receptionist types into her messaging application.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting a response. I think she's in a meeting. I could tell her you stopped by.
No, thanks. I'll wait. It's about some commercial ad space she wanted on ESPN.
ESPN? Oh, I'm sorry, you can go back. Your colleagues are already with Stephanie.
My colleagues?
She stands painfully as they hear laughter coming around the corner. Just then, Keely and Lex walk out with Stephanie, the short-haired marketing VP, all laughing at a joke that was just told. Lex goes white as he sees Tristan, but Keely just takes it in stride, holding out her hand to Stephanie.
It was great to finally put a face to the name, Steph. You're going to be very happy with us.
I better be, it costs me enough.
They laugh again and Stephanie heads back to her office. Tristan stares at Keely, a younger, healthier version of herself, and sees red. Lex stands there terrified.
Tristan, I was going to tell you, Keely wanted to take a shot at them, and Eli said it was okay, and
Keely calmly hands over her parking pass to be validated.
That file you prepared was really helpful, Tristan. Thanks.
You gave her my Bible.
America. You can become whatever you want, say whatever you want, and not go to jail. You know, you're the smartest person I know. Shit, you're smarter than me. You're gonna get a better job, and one that doesn't involve working with assholes. Why don't you help me sell my art?
Tristan looks at him and a smile creeps onto her lips.
You're a salesperson. You should be able to sell anything. You get a spot right here, right on the boardwalk.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. But not here. I think I could do a little bit better than that.
Interior Beverly Hills Gallery Day. A cavernous space. Bronco stares in awe at the giant Rauschenbergs and Kuhn's sculptures. A curator stands with them.
Where have you been shown before?
He's just arrived from Europe. We're looking for the right gallery to introduce him to the US market.
We prefer established artists.
Thank you. Okay, maybe too big. I just wanted to show you the range.
Interior, smaller gallery day. A shoebox of a room with low ceilings and not enough light. The art is very eclectic and somewhat disjointed. Sponto, the owner, stands behind Bronco and Tristan, wearing flip-flops and board shorts and drinking a Red Bull.
How many pieces do you have?
Sponto, don't you even want to see any of his art first?
No, whatever your expression is, it's what it is. I support all artists.
Thanks for your time.
He pulls a joint from behind his ear and lights it, shrugging noncommittally. Tristan pulls Bronco out.
That's too far in the other direction.
Interior, 8th Gallery Day. A breezy, open space divided by partitions and accented with contract lighting. Tristan and Bronco look around at the works from emerging and semi-established artists, edgy but tasteful. Douglas, the owner, appears in a doorway.
See anything you like?
Bathroom later. Showcase pieces of rebel art line the walls from the likes of Dennis Hopper and Julian Schnabel. Douglas leads them through the space as Bronco stares around in awe. They arrive at the back room and Douglas looks at Bronco's portfolio.
These are nice. These could work. I've had a lot of success introducing new artists by putting them into a collective show.
Well, I don't want him to get lost in a crowd. Would he get his own room?
It's the only way I work. But you would have to guarantee that you have enough great pieces to warrant it. The goal of my shows is to get people buzzing and buying.
Well, how many is enough?
At least 20 different pieces with multiples.
So, a total of 80 to 100.
She looks at Bronco, whose eyes are wide with panic.
Done.
Interior Bronco's apartment day. Tristan sits at a table, enthusiastically finishing drawing a pie chart. Then tacks it up on the fridge. Behind her, Bronco lifts dumbbells while balancing off a medicine ball. Bronco finishes his set and walks over to the fridge, running a towel over his face. He examines the chart.
5% personal time, 25% hotel job, 10% art gallery and museum education, 10% non-structured, 25% sleep, 25% creative process. Do I get time to pee?
That goes in non-structured. This is a strategy of how we can get you organized.
He physically takes her over to the paint supplies and puts her hands in the paint. He smears her hands in it.
If I'm gonna get organized, you're gonna get your hands dirty.
He takes Tristan's arm seductively and leads her so together they start making a painting. Tristan is doing it poorly, but she can't let go. Just then, the front door opens, revealing Demir, a tattooed, ripped Croatian bald guy holding a six-pack of beer in each hand. He speaks in half Croatian, half in broken English.
Koja je ovog bičkisa?
Who the hell is this? It reads in subtitles.
Tristan, this is Damir, my oldest and craziest friend from home. Damir, bud dobar, budala jedna. This is Tristan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet with you. You drink?
Not right now, but thanks.
Demir notices the pie chart on the fridge.
Shito vašanera. Is this bitch giving you a schedule?
Oh! He cracks up hysterically, uncontrollably, falling down.
Ništa.
Bronco goes to remove and hide the chart, but Demir grabs it, studies it closer.
Koji je ti kurac? 10% non-structured time?
It's a way to get your friend organized. He's gonna stick with this program so he can get what he wants.
Dozije si piška mala. Where's she hiding her balls, you little bitch?
Tristan looks perplexed.
He said he's never seen me looking this ripped.
Tristan smiles. Bronco turns back to Demir, sharply.
Da bi ti mogo dobiti curu, ti bi je čistio za njom majmuna debeli.
If
fucking get it, girl. You'd be vacuuming up after her, you fat monkey bastard.
Demir,
It says in subtitles.
Demir sits on the couch, looking around in disbelief at how Bronco is following Tristan. He cracks open a beer and watches a soccer game on TV.
In our country, the women don't get to boss the man around.
Welcome to America.
She turns around and smiles at Bronco, energized as we go into montage. Bronco works away, making more mosaics. Tristan stands over him, telling him what to clear out from his space. She points to a bong on the windowsill. He throws it away. Bronco fills the last of his box with throwaway items and walks out into the living room with Tristan.
I can't believe I'm letting you do this.
Interior bathroom, Bronco's apartment weeks later. Bronco stands at the mirror in a towel, putting on a Virgin Mary Medjugorje relic necklace. Around the bathroom are some seashells, a piece of driftwood, and little trinkets he likes to collect. Tristan stands in the doorway watching him. She wears a white corduroy jacket over white pants.
You look like Elvis. Oh, you look great in white. Makes you kind of look like Elvis.
That's fine with me. Elvis was the king.
Bronco picks up a gold ring with his family Croatian crest on it.
My father gave me this thing.
He starts cleaning his tongue with it. He sees Tristan watching him in the mirror and explains.
My father was a soldier. He taught me how to clean my tongue with this.
That was nice of him. I guess if I'm ever stuck in a terrorized jungle without a toothbrush, you can show me how to get out alive.
Bronco starts to take off his towel, smiling. Interior living room, Bronco's apartment later. Tristan sits petting Soul on the couch with her one good hand. She looks out the window at the orangey purple sunset sinking down behind the boats. Bronco enters fully dressed.
Hello.
She looks him over. The belt buckle coordinated with his boots. The ring is now on his finger.
You're the most handsome man in the room.
She stands to meet him, still holding Soul. Bronco buries his face in Soul's fur, hugging both of them together. Tristan puts her hand on his cheek and nods into him.
Do you like Japanese? What's this great place on Sotel?
Interior Budokan restaurant night. Surrounded by bamboo-textured walls and happy people eating steaming bowls of curry out of their metal pots, Tristan and Bronco have a beer together at their table.
Here is to a happy new year. What's your wish, baby?
I don't want to say it out loud. I don't think I can ever have my wish.
Ah, come on. What is it? I want to know.
I wish I could have my own family and really feel like I belong somewhere. I never had a real family because I'm adopted.
Bronco reaches out and takes her hand over the table.
I'm your family now.
Tristan chokes up and puts her hand on her heart.
Interior, Ace Gallery night. High ceilings, buzzing with fashionistas and scenemeisters. Art installations crowd large white walls. Performance artists showcase bizarre and mildly entertaining skills. In one room, a 45-year-old man swings from a harness, shooting paintballs out of his ass at a canvas, creating a Jackson Pollock effect. Branco's art lines the walls of a smaller room. One piece is a mosaic made from the photo of Tristan's lips. Charlie stands there, cynically surveying the work as Branco forces his way through the crowd to her.
Who's the slut with the lips?
Charlie, what are you doing here? I told you I'll get you the money.
How many times have I heard that? I wanted to see for myself. I have to admit, I'm not bad. Maybe I'll get my new boyfriend to buy me one of the lips.
Charlie, quit playing around. This is a big night for me, okay? I'm nervous enough as it is. Now please go.
He ushers her towards the door, then circles back. Past Sherry, who snaps a glass of champagne off a waiter's tray. She takes it all in, somewhat in awe. This is not her crowd. Bronco rushes up to Tristan at the champagne bar, out of breath.
There you are. Where have you been?
I don't know what to say to these people. I feel like I should just leave and let you talk to everyone.
What, are you kidding? You're the LA Weekly Pick of the Week. I just got a blurb. I got you a blurb, remember? This is your night.
She squeezes his arm and sees him calm down immediately. Tristan turns and sees someone. She waves down a eccentrically sophisticated man, early 60s.
Peter!
Peter turns to her, takes her hand.
Tristan, my little tulip, what's happened to your neck?
Oh, long story and very boring. The exciting story is right here. Bronco Rocky, I'd like you to meet Peter Leone. Peter has a phenomenal private collection.
Great work here, Bronco.
As they start to talk, Tristan notices out of the corner of her eye Hunter walking in her direction.
I hope you're not getting into the art business as a way of trying to get back together with me.
In another part of the gallery, Sherry spots Rob standing awkwardly by himself with a glass of wine. She goes over to him.
Hi,
there. Nice to see a familiar face.
I saw the flyers on the bulletin board. We knew we had such a great artist in our building.
This is really abstract, isn't it?
A modernist as well.
Oh. Do you know a lot about art?
I took a class or two in college. I don't know anything about it.
Good. Me neither. Thanks for hanging out with Cooper the other day when he forgot his keys.
No problem. I love kids.
Sherry looks at him, not so bad for a nice guy. Back to Tristan and Hunter.
I feel badly about what happened and your disability. Maybe we can get together and talk about it. My sponsor says I should make amends.
Oh, Hunter, please. You have a 4-inch penis. I'm fine.
Hunter quickly scurries away, hoping no one heard. Tristan smiles and turns back to look for Bronco. She finds him with Demir, who is wearing a fanny pack, looking at the price sheet and smirking.
Isn't it exciting to hear? But me seeing Bronco's work on display?
Work? Shh. Looks like playtime to me. Any idiot can throw paint on the wall. Maybe I'm artist too, huh? You need another client?
Tristan puts her arm through Bronco's.
So you're an idiot. Bronco is a uniquely gifted artist. It's really hard to get into a gallery like this.
Demir looks over at the paintball guy and nods skeptically.
Tristan is the best manager ever. I've never been this organized. To Tristan.
He holds up a glass of champagne, toasting her, and she melts. Demir looks jealous, but plays it off. Douglas comes up and interjects.
Excuse me, the artist is needed for pictures. The LA Times is here.
He takes Bronco by the arm. Bronco grabs Tristan's hand.
No, you go. This is all about you.
He lets her go.
Okay. Don't let this guy borrow any money from me. He's a gypsy. Run, gypsy, run!
He lets himself be let off. Demir turns to inspect Bronco's pieces more closely. He lets out a long whistle.
This is the price. Better be made of gold.
Actually, he's worth twice that, but he has to get some press and credibility first. That's what tonight's for.
$10,000 American? It's not worth 10,000 Yugoslav dinars.
Really? And what experience do you have in the art business?
Ah, okay, boss lady. Sorry, you run show. I like the strong women. Who knows? Maybe I marry you for a green card.
Thank you, but I only date one man at a time.
Hey, Bronco? Okay. You and Bronco, he never tell me. No. Don't worry. I know say anything.
Say anything to who?
Well, you're the genius. Come on, genius. His wife, Charlie.
Tristan stares at him in shock. She puts her hand against the wall, trying to keep herself together.
Oh, shit. He's going to kick my ass. Don't tell him I told him. I don't want him to think I'm some kind of asshole. Motherfucking. I'm an idiot.
Tristan looks over at Bronco, having his picture taken. He smiles and gives her a thumbs up. She smiles back.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't say a word. But I'm sure he already knows you're an asshole. By the way, you're wearing a man purse.
She walks off, leaving Demir alone. Exterior Ace Gallery, night. People exit as the show winds down. Tristan stands outside, seeing them off. Bronco comes running out and hugs her.
Ow! Neck!
Извини, Sunce. Bad boy, you did it. This was the greatest night. Come on, let's go celebrate. We kicked ass.
Ah! You go. Ugh, my neck is killing me. I need to get home.
What? This is all because of you. Then you and I can have our own private celebration at home. In the jacuzzi.
Listen, tonight was really promising. We made a lot of good connections, and I think you have a bright future, but we need to clarify some things.
What thing?
I think we're better off just as business partners. You're a great artist, but I really think you should just focus on your artwork right now.
Tristan,
Go find yourself a nice American slut.
She turns and walks off. Bronco stares after her, completely crushed. He doesn't see the tears welling up in her eyes. Exterior Tristan's apartment hallway day. Wearing her bathrobe and bikini underneath, Tristan looks incredibly depressed. She grabs her mail from the mail slot and heads down the hallway, passing by Rob.
Last night was a blowout success. You must feel so great.
Yeah, I'm great when it comes to work.
She continues down the hallway and out into the courtyard to the pool area. Interior Tristan's apartment, morning. Tristan is woken by the phone ringing. She lets the machine pick up. It's Eli from work.
Tristan, we have an emergency. We need you.
Interior conference room day. Tristan sits across from Eli. She wearing a suit and her hair is up and professional, despite the neck brace. She looks the best we've seen her.
Really fucked up. She tried to slip some hidden fees past Victoria's Secret, and now they're pissed. Plus, she lost New Balance. And if you don't step in, we'll lose Apple.
Tristan just looks at him for a moment, letting him sweat.
No, go have Lex and Keely fix it. I'm missing my soak.
She gets up to exit.
Don't make me beg. You know, you're our superstar.
Okay. Regional manager spot, 5-year contract, corner office, and triple my stock options. Oh, and Lex goes back to the mailroom.
She stares down Eli. He knows she's not gonna back down. Finally, he breaks.
There's the Tristan I know and love.
And can't live without.
Interior, Tristan's apartment, day. Tristan has just gotten back from the office and there's a knock at her door. Tristan doesn't say anything, but quietly walks over to the peephole. It's Bronco on the other side.
Tristan, open up. I need to talk to you. Valentin, please. I know you're there. I saw your car pulling. Just tell me what I did wrong. Why won't you talk to me?
Bronco puts his head in his hand, mumbling to himself. He bends down and leaves an arrangement of flowers. Obviously, a centerpiece from a work event. Exterior, Tristan's apartment, another day. Tristan opens the door to go to work and finds a bouquet of balloons tied to her doorknob. She yanks them off and lets them sail away. Exterior, Tristan's apartment, yet another day. Tristan emerges to find a white bathrobe with Casa del Mar embroidered onto it.
God.
Exterior, Bronco's apartment minutes later. Tristan stands outside Bronco's door holding a guest book and a stack of papers, along with the robe. She rings his doorbell. He answers and is pleasantly surprised to see her.
I've left you so many messages. So good to see you. Please come in.
No, thank you. Here's the registry from the other night. I decided to go back to work and I don't have time to follow up for you. Don't worry about my commission. I don't want anything. And no more gifts.
She hands back the stuff.
Please, I know I fucked up. I'm sorry. I could not afford to lose you over that psycho.
Please, just leave it.
No, it's true. She is my wife, but it's for a green card. You know, we had the business arrangement. If I can't become a citizen, I can't get money. If I can't get money, I can't help my parents. I can't just talk about that with people.
You could have talked about it with me.
That's what I'm doing now.
I don't want to be another untrustworthy person. It's that simple. I don't care what your arrangement was. I hope you get everything you want. You're a really good artist.
She walks away. Interior, physiotherapy office, day. Tristan sits on the exam table in front of Dr. Yang, an Asian man in his mid-40s.
Dr. Krupp is on vacation for the next 2 weeks. Did the office not tell you that?
No.
She doesn't feel the same warmth from this guy.
I just, I had to come in and to be cleared to end my disability so I can get back to work.
Looks good. Raise your arms for me.
She raises her arms, tries to smile at him. He doesn't smile back.
Any residual tingling?
Yeah, but I need to be clear.
Any problems lifting, bending, sitting, standing?
No.
He looks at her.
Okay, you're released back to work. Let's try for 2 weeks, see how it goes.
Thanks.
She starts to get her stuff.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes?
If I had a miscarriage, does that hurt my chances of getting pregnant again?
And the best time to have children really would have been in your 20s.
Oh. But I thought women are having children later now.
I wouldn't advise it. The child could be an anomaly.
What's an anomaly?
Down syndrome, chromosome abnormalities, there's a whole host of things. If you really wanted to be a mother, you would have done it by now, don't you think?
Well, I put it off because I wanted to make sure I was the person who was fulfilled. I wanted to have enough money to give them a good life. I wanted them to respect me.
Not everyone was meant to be a mom. Kids are a lot of work.
Yeah, you're probably right. If I wanted to do it, I would have done it by now.
He walks out of the room, leaving her alone, staring at a framed picture of Dr. Yang and his 3 happy children. Exterior apartment complex, pool area. Kristen trudges warily through, heading for her apartment. On the deck, she finds Demir holding Soul and smoking pot.
What are you doing?
Hey, boss lady! We're giving Bronco some private time. It's all good.
He turns and blows pot smoke into Soul's dazed face.
What the fuck? You think it's funny to get a cat high? Give him to me.
He's loving it. He's like Bob Marley over there. Right, Mom?
You're an idiot. Give me the cats.
Which cat? This cat?
He holds out Soul by the nape of the neck, but as Tristan is about to take him, he throws him into the pool.
What is wrong with you, you asshole?
She watches Soul flail into the water. She can't dive in with a neck brace, so she cautiously lowers herself down on the edge and slips in.
Jesus, you're okay, Soul. I'm gonna save you.
She painfully paddles out to him, her face bobbing just above the surface. Finally, she gets to Soul and lifts him out of the water, causing her whole head to submerge. Soul yowls, terrified. But Rob walks through the pool gate and notices the cat held over the pool's surface. He takes Soul from Tristan's hands and reaches in and pulls her out. He sets her by the edge of the pool, sputtering and coughing. Demir walks off, smirking.
I'm an EMT. Are you okay?
She sits there, trying to get her breath back.
How's the cat?
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Tristan lies down on the concrete, spent. Interior, Tristan's apartment night. Tristan sits in a leather chair holding Soul. She's wearing a bathrobe and flannel pants and trying to administer homeopathic drops into his mouth.
Rescue remedy. The guy at the pet store said that these will calm you down.
Soul finally opens his mouth a little. He lies down on Tristan's lap and starts to drift to sleep. Tristan watches him for a moment, suddenly overwhelmed with emotion.
I failed, Soul. I'm Mary Tyler Moore, and you're Lou Grant. I work for corporate America, and all I have to look forward to is a chromosomal abnormality.
Soul hacks up a hairball. Tristan bursts into tears. She goes to the counter and gets her bottle of Vicodin, shakes one out into her hand, then
I need my own rescue remedy.
she pours out a couple more and pops them all in her mouth, washing them down with a glass of wine. She goes back to the chair and collapses into it. Exterior, Earth Cafe, day. Bronco sits across from Charlie, who slides her an envelope, smiling proudly.
It's all there.
Charlie looks at the money, then slides it back.
Bronco, I don't want the money anymore. I just want you.
He pushes the envelope over.
Oh, real deal. Damir's been doing well, so in my work, I'm on money now, but thank you.
Wait a minute. Are you just paying me off so you can cut me out of your life for good?
No, not at all. You'll always be my friend. Charlie, you know I appreciate everything you do for me.
I bet you do, you fucking immigrant.
Whoa, we have an agreement, okay? And you get $10,000 out of this deal. Not too bad for just signing some papers.
See, that's the problem. It was more than signing papers for me. I had real feelings for you.
I'm not the guy for you, I told you that. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're gonna be sorry. I divorced your fucking ass up on living in Russia or wherever the hell you're from.
Hey, I gave you a lot of money.
I don't remember that.
I want to go there with me, okay? Trust me.
Charlie gets up, grabs the envelope, starts to go.
Oh, where's Saul? I want him back. He's my cat.
Don't worry about it. You gave him to me. You weren't taking care of him. His teeth were falling out. He couldn't even chew food. He's with a friend.
Oh, yeah, some friend. Wake up, Bronco. She was just using you for the commission. Everyone uses you. You're a mimbo. But if you could figure that out, I guess you'd be a real artist and not a dumbass waiter selling shit on eBay.
She turns and stalks off, all frazzled, leaving Bronco alone at the table. Exterior, skate park day. Joy is getting drunk with a few of her skate rat friends who pass a 40-ouncer around.
This is cool, but I wish we could get more fucked up. We'll get some E at the raves tonight.
That's too long from now.
I know where we can get some Vicodin.
Interior doctor's office. Tristan sits alone on the exam table as Dr. Krupp inspects the x-rays.
When can I get this off?
How about next Monday?
I love you.
Exterior, skate park day. Eric rolls up in his Porsche and Joy goes over to meet him. Her friends give her a look.
He's cool. You got something for me?
Yeah, not bad.
Interior car later. Joy and Eric sit in the car listening to some Nirvana.
This was an amazing concert.
I bet. So,
He opens a glove box and grabs a few bottles of pills, leaning on Joy's leg as he does. She ignores him, grabs the bottle.
will these things fuck you up?
No, they're tame. But I have other stuff too.
Like what?
Eric's slightly conflicted.
I don't want to corrupt you.
Fuck off. What do you have?
He pulls a vial of Coke from the pocket of his Brooks Brothers shirt, dumps a little bump onto his black Amex card, holds it up under her nose.
Your mom is seriously killed me.
She's not here.
Suddenly, he leans in to kiss her.
Hey, what are you doing, perv?
What do you mean, Dad? I thought we had...
She pushes him off, grabs a bottle of Vicodin, and gets out of the car.
Wait, where are you going? Don't tell your... Joy?
She flips him the bird and runs off towards her friends. Interior Tristan's apartment evening. Tristan comes in with her briefcase, exhausted from work.
Soul, mommy's home. Come here. Soul.
She looks around but doesn't see any sign of him, checks the cupboards. Starting to panic, she stops short as she spots some broken glass where the window has been broken into.
What? No.
Interior hallway, Bronco's apartment night. Tristan pounds on the door. Finally, Demira opens it, looking stoned.
Hey, what is all the racket?
Where is he, you sick fuck?
Hey, watch your mouth. I don't know, he went to dinner or something.
You know who I mean. Where is Soul? I know you broke in and took him.
So I don't give a shit about that stupid cat. But if you must know, Bronco's wife took him.
Took him where?
Demir gestures, slicing his throat like an execution.
To the pound.
Tristan looks at him stunned. Interior rave night. Deep trance music pulsates through a kaleidoscope of dancing, sweaty bodies. Joy dances wildly with her friends and looks way fucked up. Interior mall offices night. Sherry is buried behind stacks of books at her desk. She checks the time. Shit, it's late, and calls home.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm leaving soon, I swear. I'll order Papa John's on my way out and we can all eat together, okay? See you soon. Love you. Where are you guys?
Interior Tristan's apartment night. Tristan paces as she talks on the phone.
Well, could you please go and look just to make sure? Oh.
She looks at a pad of paper on her desk, which has dozens of animal shelters listed, with several of them already crossed out.
Yes, I'm here. Okay. Thanks anyway.
She hangs up and crosses out Santa Monica Animal Shelter on her list, picks up the phone and starts dialing the next one frantically. Interior rave night. Joy dances, sweating hard. The cops come in and bust the party.
All you kids need to go home now. This party is over.
The crowd boos him. Joy is high on E and Vicodin, and so are all of her friends. We gotta make an after party.
Can't go to my house. My parents are home. What about you, Joy?
My little brother's there, but we could sneak into the jacuzzi.
Hell yeah.
All the kids are excited about the idea of an after party.
Can we get more E?
No one has any.
But we got these.
Exterior jacuzzi night. Cooper swims alone in the jacuzzi and shoots a water gun at the wall. He sees Joy and her friends show up, laughing and acting stupid.
Cooper, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Get inside or I'm gonna tell Mom you were out here by yourself.
Cooper runs to get on the diving board, ready to show off to the bigger kids, when he slips and falls on his ass really hard. He's almost in tears but tries to play it off.
Get inside, you spaz.
Cooper's feelings are hurt. He walks off.
Aw, Cooper, you know I love you.
He doesn't look back. The teenagers are alone.
Let's play strip breathing.
What's that?
It's like strip poker, but if you come up first, you have to take off a piece of clothing.
Oh, very clever.
The kids all jump in with their clothes on.
You can hold your breath a long time. You got nothing to worry about.
The kids are giggling, full of hormones and drugs.
Okay, on three. Everyone goes under. 1, 2, 3.
Everyone submerges in the water. Underwater, we hear the sound of the kids' hearts beating. Everyone comes up except Joy. Finally, she pops her head up.
Take it off.
Kids each take off one piece of clothing. Interior Tristan's apartment night. Tristan is toward the bottom of her list, at her wit's end. She wearily talks on the phone.
He's a calico cat named Soul. He might have been brought in by a crazy woman with a pixie cut. You do. That sounds like him. Just hold him for me. I'm coming down there now.
She hangs up the phone and quickly gathers her things. Exterior jacuzzi same. Some of the kids are missing more articles of clothing now.
We're going again. 1, 2, 3.
The kids submerge. Again, we hear their heartbeats underwater. Joy is holding her breath, watching the others. She's winning again. The others come up.
I can't believe she beat us again.
Joy, you already won.
Joy pops up her head.
Shit, man, I thought you were drowning.
Joy laughs it off and attempts to get out of the jacuzzi, accidentally slipping on the pavement and cracking her head on the way down. Lifeless, she slumps into the hot tub. Her friends react.
Oh my God, pull her up!
Kyle reaches down and pulls her up. The kids frantically pull her lifeless body off to the side of the jacuzzi and start screaming for help.
Help!
Do
Help
something!
us!
Do something!
What are you kids doing out here? Oh my God, Joy! You, run to Unit 44 and ask for Rob, now. What happened?
She went underwater for too long.
What else?
She can tell the kids are holding something back.
Nothing.
She took ecstasy. We all did.
She looks down at Joy, holding her in her arms and crying. Rob arrives and goes straight to work, doing CPR on Joy.
Call 911 now and tell them we have a cold blue.
I'm a horrible mother.
Sherry breaks down right there. Everyone goes to console her. Exterior animal shelter night. The desk clerk has the door cracked open, talking to Bronco as he opens the door. The clock reads 7:55.
Open the door, I still have five more minutes.
Sorry, man, we're all closed up for the night. You have to come back another day.
He goes to shut the door, but Bronco shoves his boot in the way, keeping it open.
Listen, asshole, either you get the cat right now or you'll be sleeping in that cage. I'm not leaving without him.
The desk clerk stares at him, realizing he's serious. Finally, he reluctantly opens the door, letting him in. Interior hospital night. Tristan sits with Cooper on her lap, Sherry resting her head on her shoulder. Everyone's been pacing and sleeping. Rob comes out with a smile on his face.
Tell us something good.
She's gonna live.
Everyone reacts to this great news.
You can go in and see her.
Interior, Joy's hospital room later. Tristan peeks her head in and sees Sherry and Cooper both hugging Joy, who is barely awake.
You little selfish fool. You could have died. I would have lost you forever. What would I do without someone to drive me crazy?
Joy!
Sherry turns and spots Sherry turns and spots Tristan at the doorway.
Oh. Kristen, thanks for everything.
You need anything?
I have everything I need right here. I'll see you at home.
Exterior hospital morning. Tristan walks out just as dawn is beginning to break. She's exhausted. Through the hazy sunrise, she sees Bronco riding up on his motorcycle, cat carrier tied to the back. Tristan runs to the carrier and looks in to find Soul meowing back at her.
Soul, you're okay.
Bronco unties the carrier and hands it to her.
I think he likes you more than he likes me anyway.
She takes the carrier and suddenly starts sobbing, all the pent-up emotion from the evening and the last few months just pouring out of her. Bronco takes her arms and gently pulls her to him, wrapping her up in a hug.
You wanna go to breakfast?
She's kind of out of it.
Wait, which one is it?
Almost 8.
Oh, shit, I'm late for work.
Then will your soul join me for dinner? Let's start with the blank canvas.
Bronco, I'm glad we're not fighting anymore, but we need to stay friends. We just need to stay friends. I'm gonna stay focused on work. Pie charts, that's what I'm good at.
Okay, that charts.
He starts to walk off. Tristan gets a few steps and turns around. She starts to say something but stops herself. After watching Bronco climb onto his bike, she quickly gets into her car with Soul. Interior, Tristan's office, ESPN. Tristan is on the phone with a client. Soul looks up from the carrier.
I'm gonna get Eli to fly you to the Super Bowl.
You sound just like Dina Mitchell. Eli made the right decision moving you up. They're never gonna let you get away again.
He hangs up. Tristan considers his words vaguely disturbed, just as Eli walks in.
Hey, superstar. When do you get that neck brace off?
Monday. Can't wait. I'm gonna be like the bionic woman. Better, stronger, faster.
How would you feel about holding off for another week?
Are you kidding? I've been living with this thing for 4 months. Monday can't come fast enough.
Here's the thing. We've got a shot at the OnStar account for a $2 million buy. I've got the meeting set up for next week. You could tell them all about your accident. Say OnStar saved your life. Really milk it. Wear the arm sling too. What do you think?
I think I hear Jesus on the other side of the phone saying, "Sold."
That's my girl.
She smiles obligingly. Eli heads out and Tristan's smile fades. She pulls out a compact and looks at herself in the mirror, and looks at Soul watching her, touches the neck brace. Then she puts away the mirror and loads her laptop into her briefcase, walks out with it along with the cat carrier. Interior hallway day. Tristan pushes the button for the elevator and sees a couple workers taking down the framed photo of Dina Mitchell. She goes up to the receptionist, a goth girl in her 20s.
What's going on? Why are they taking that down?
Heart attack, stress. How sad.
Dina Mitchell? Eli didn't even say anything, so she's dead. And they're already getting rid of her picture just like that.
They don't really want the employees thinking about her. Really brings people down.
She stares.
She gave 25 years to this company, and in 2 seconds her picture's gone, and it's like she never existed? Nobody ever talks about her?
Like who never existed?
She smiles and pops her gum. The elevator doors open. Tristan drifts over and steps inside, still reeling. After a moment, she calls out.
Hey!
The receptionist looks up from her Facebook page.
Tell Eli I won't be in.
As the doors start to close,
Tomorrow?
Ever.
the doors shut, leaving the receptionist dumbfounded. Interior Tristan's car day. Tristan drives with a briefcase and Soul sitting next to her in the passenger seat. A moment of worry passes over her as she considers what she just did. Just then, her phone rings.
Hello.
Hey, how are the art sales?
Hi, Dad. Actually, that didn't pan out.
Well, that's okay. Art is speculative anyway. And you don't have much more experience. You don't have much experience. Good thing you still have a solid career.
I just quit my job. Hello?
Are you kidding? In this economy?
I need you to be supportive right now, Dad.
You're not thinking straight. Call them back and tell them the medication is making you act irrationally. You need to work. You could be CEO of that company one day if you suck it up.
Is that all you picture for me? That I'm some kind of pack mule, just a worker bee? Why can't I be CEO of a company, of a family?
You're too smart for that. You don't want to cling to someone else for your happiness.
Maybe I do want to cling to someone, or have someone cling to me. I don't hear you complaining about Helen staying home all day, doting on you. You have someone who loves you and takes care of you. Why should I be alone with a bunch of useless sales trophies? I need other people.
Tristan, I think you need...
Dad, I don't care what you think. I'm starting my life over now. And I don't need to convince you or anyone else what's the right thing for me. Just deal with it.
She clicks off, then nods to herself and smiles, feeling more confident. Interior Dr. Krupp's office day. Tristan sits on the examining table, the doctors surrounding her to cut off the neck brace. Great news here. Your MRI shows complete fusion. You have a brand new neck. Shall I do the honors? He puts his hands on her neck brace. She nods. He unfastens the hard plastic neck brace, then nods to another doctor. The doctor cuts through the plaster underneath with a small circular saw, until finally the neck brace is completely removed, to reveal Tristan's neck, pale and vulnerable looking, with tan lines around it and a tiny scar in the middle. Very slowly, turn your head to the right, to the left. Now slowly move it around.
I can twist it. I can turn it. It's not falling off. You did a great job.
Beautiful. And since I know you're going to ask, yes, you can have sex. You and your friend are cleared for takeoff. What's wrong?
We're not friends anymore.
Interior, Bronco's apartment day. Wearing overalls and no shirt. Bronco sadly takes a sledgehammer to his mosaics, smashing them to pieces. The doorbell rings. He wipes his brow and goes to answer. Interior hallway, Bronco's apartment day. Bronco opens the door to find Tristan with a cat carrier.
Tristan! Oh, your neck looks...
I'm moving to a place up in Malibu and they don't take pets. I love Soul, but I guess he's your cat anyway, so... Here.
She hands him the carrier, trying to hold back the tears. She puts down a large sack of cat food.
Here's his Dick Van Patten cranberry duck dry kibbles. That's his favorite. Thanks for everything. Take care, Bronco.
Good.
I'm ready for a change.
She looks behind him at the destruction in the background.
What's going on in there?
Nothing.
He looks at her neck.
Neck. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
She kneels down to address Soul.
Hi, Soul. You're the only cat who's cool enough to sleep on my pillow.
She walks off quickly, leaving Bronco holding the cat carrier once again. He watches after Tristan, then takes Soul inside and closes the door. Interior Bronco's apartment. Later. Mosaic tile chips fly as Bronco smashes his art with renewed fervor. He looks over to see Soul scratching at the door and meowing.
Dosta Vishay. Enough already.
He drops the sledgehammer and heads for the kitchen to grab a beer. As he closes the refrigerator, he sees the pie chart Tristan made him. He yanks the chart off and goes to throw it away, but then pauses and looks at it, puts down the beer. Interior Tristan's apartment. Day. Sherry, Joy, and Cooper help Tristan pack boxes in her half-barren apartment.
Are you sure you want to move?
I'm gonna miss you. Can I come visit?
Of course, I'm only going 10 miles away. Soul, what are you doing here?
He misses you.
Bronco holds the pie chart.
Well, with the cat trap. Let's go, kids.
Are you kidding? No way I'm missing it.
Joy drags over an ottoman and sits, enjoying the show.
Joy.
It's okay. You guys are my friends. You can stay. I told you that the new place doesn't allow pets.
I just want to tell you one thing, and then I'll go. This pie chart is
So you came here to give me tips on being a better pie chart writer? I see.
It's all structure and rules and confinement.
Look, I'm not your manager anymore. You can get rid of it. You're free.
That's my point. I don't want to be free. Okay, my whole life, I thought that's what I wanted, but really I was just scared, running. Trying to escape from myself. It wasn't until I met you that maybe I realized what I was capable of being. You come along for the first time, you make me stick with something for the first time in my life, and those were some of the happiest days I've had in a long time. I never thought I could forgive myself for the things I'd done that were very unforgivable as a necessity. I didn't think I deserved to be happy again until I met you. Turns out I like order. I like this controlling, borderline, obsessive, compulsive way you have about you. It makes me feel alive and safer than I felt in shit, whatever. I want to start to finish everything with you for now. Either you go, either you stay, or I'll follow because I'm not letting you go again. Okay? I love you. Without you, I was like that flower without the water. I would die. So the thing that's really wrong with this pie chart is you're not in it.
This is completely unfair of you. I mean, you come in here and you deliver this most intense, passionate, moving speech that I've ever heard, and fucking wearing sweatpants?
Bronco rushes in and swoops her into his arms, kissing her passionately. Whoa! Joy covers Cooper's eyes.
Okay, kids, let's take some of these boxes down to the car.
I thought they said they were having pie. Sherry grabs a box and herds Joy and Cooper out of the room, making a swooning gesture to Tristan over Bronco's shoulder. Tristan looks up into Bronco's eyes.
So, you like me telling you what to do?
How could I not?
Okay, then. Then I'll tell you what to do. If you want to keep me in your life, always be honest with me.
That's easy. Easy. By the way, those sweatpants make your ass look kind of big.
She spots it.
Hey, we're doing honesty, right?
Maybe I should take them off.
Oh, are we having a non-structured time?
He hoists her over his shoulders and carries her off to the bedroom. Interior, Venice Art Gallery evening. Title, 1 year later. Guests wearing badges that read Venice Art Walk Tour, the expansive loft. Surveying the art that lines the walls and penciling in their bids.
Sometimes you don't know what your dream is until it hits you from the side. I opened a little art gallery in Venice with a very talented artist as my number one client.
We now see that it's Bronco's art lining the walls. There's a huge impressionist watercolor of Tristan in the jacuzzi.
I even found an investor to go in with me, 50-50.
Now we find Bronco talking to a businessman a business-like man in his 60s. We immediately recognize the voice as belonging to Tristan's dad.
I was in Cambodia. Your series on the Bosnia situation is the best depiction of war I've ever seen.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot to me.
You just take care of my daughter, you hear?
As much as she'll let me.
Tristan walks up wearing a killer Fred Siegel dress and the ring that Bronco's dad has given him.
You having a good time, Dad? Bronco, we just got another bid on the Rain series.
That's what I like to hear, just like her daddy.
That's great, baby. This calls for a toast.
He takes 2 glasses of champagne off a passing tray.
Oh, none for me, thanks.
Do you want to celebrate with me?
No, it's just, I can't.
She puts her hand on her stomach.
Are you serious? I'm gonna be a dad?
He swoops Tristan up in his arms. Tristan's dad looks at her momentarily concerned. But when he sees his daughter radiating with joy in the arms of the man she loves, he can't help but break into a smile.
Congratulations. As long as he or she is in sales, I'll be happy.
Sherry and Rob sees the commotion.
What happened? Did you sell another one?
Even better. We're having a little breakage. It's like having a mini. You guys are drinking the rakia from my Croatian whiskey. I made it in my sink.
He pours him some homemade whiskey and reaches around Tristan from behind to pat her stomach. Sherry hugs her.
See, some men do like smart women. Smart men.
Rob smiles. Bronco pats him on the back as Tristan smothers Sherry with more hugs.
People say love only finds you when you're not looking for it. People are wrong. Love will find you whether you're looking or not. It'll come knocking. The only question is whether you'll be brave enough to open the door.
We pull up over the crowd of buzzing guests and even farther through the skylight so that we can see the throng of art walkers streaming along Abbot Kinney. Drum circles starting up on the beach and the sun dipping into the Pacific as we fade to black.